Hello everyone. Welcome to an all-new Friday Fail, bad wedding planning advice on the internet. I'm Jamie Chan, your destination wedding planning guru and designer of joy here at Mango Muse Events and the creator of Passport to Joy. I'm so thrilled to be with you here today. Now, if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. If you're an old friend, as always, welcome back. In our Friday Fail, I share one item, one topic from a wedding blog, forum, or website, and the bad advice associated, the fail. And then, most importantly, helpful professional advice you can use right now, today, in your wedding planning. Now, today we're talking about destination weddings, and today's Friday Fail is a little bit different because I'd like to start with a story. So I went to the doctor the other day, and at the end of the appointment, as he's leaving, he turns around and says, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" And, a little puzzled, right? Because usually doctors don't ask you questions, you ask them questions. But I say, sure. And he starts talking about destination weddings. He doesn't understand them. He doesn't get them. He doesn't know why people choose them. And he thinks it's selfish to ask people to pay to go to your wedding and then give you a gift. So he tells me that he asked a couple he knew who was having a destination wedding. And they told him that it was an opportunity for them to sort of weed out people who didn't really want to be there. And those that did want to come were super happy to do so. We're super happy to pay. So he turns to me and says, "So that's why you have a destination wedding. So you can weed people out and still get gifts." And I didn't want to go into it, but I kind of just nodded and said, well, there's more to that. But the reason I'm telling this story is that it's a really interesting point of view. And I say interesting here because there are many ways to say it. But it's a common point of view that has also been published recently. It coincides with a lot of articles that have come out recently particularly about a survey around destination weddings. And in this survey, 1/3 of participants openly admitted that they believe destination weddings and related wedding events are inconsiderate. They think it's selfish to expect loved ones to spend so much money and take vacation days for someone else's wedding day. Now, obviously, I am a destination wedding planner, and I specialize in destination weddings, so I could talk about this forever. But this is Friday Fail, so we want to focus on the fail here. And the problem, the fail with this, is how we're looking at it. So this advice, these articles, my doctor, angry forum people, they aren't seeing it from all sides. And I think because of that, people get hurt. People get hurt because of it, and people make decisions based off of this advice that destination weddings are selfish, and that hurts people. What we really need to be doing is looking at it from the couple's perspective to understand the reasons behind it. And I think when you do, it makes so much more sense. But first, let's start with an understanding, right? We can all agree that everyone's different, right? Nobody's exactly the same, but we're all just very different. And people who like traditional weddings are just not gonna like destination weddings. Why? Because they're non-traditional. Despite the rise in popularity, they're still not the norm, and it's not really a choice that most people would make. And I think that's where the truth is behind this. And this whole sort of conversation today is choice, right? We live our life full of choices. Small choices, like what cookie to buy. Big choices, like where you're gonna go to college or what you wanna do with your life. And then there's, do you wanna get married? Do you wanna get married or not? Oh, you don't wanna get married? Do you wanna have kids or not? Big questions. And if you don't, does that mean that you're selfish? Just like having a destination wedding, deciding not to get married or deciding not to have kids is a non-traditional choice. But it's your choice, right? It is your choice. And I think that's the important thing here, is because it's your life. And we'd all agree, right? It's your life and that's your choice. So this reaction of, oh, that's so selfish, is really coming from a particular guest point of view, right? In order to attend a destination wedding, you do have to spend some money. That there is definite truth behind that. And you may not have the money, or you may not want to spend it. So you have to ask yourself, Is it more important to attend this wedding or to go on that other trip that you wanted to go on? Or fix your motorcycle or pay off your debt? And you're gonna choose what's more important to you, right? And that's totally okay, right? Of course it is. It's not selfish to say no, is it? But yet it's selfish to choose to have the destination wedding. I think that what bothers people is that having a destination wedding sort of cuts through a lot of that bullshit, right? You'd go if you didn't have to pay for anything, but if you do, that's when someone else is being selfish. You have the same choice either way. It's just about how you look at it. You know, I talk to couples all the time, right? This is what I do. So do you want to know? Do you want to know why they choose to have a destination wedding? Because I think this helps give you perspective, right? It's not about the gifts. Most of my couples ask their guests not to give them gifts. It's not about the gifts. I mean, there's probably some people out there who would choose it for that, but it's not about that. It's also not about cutting people out or weeding people out. I'm sure there are some people who choose to have a destination wedding purely for that reason, but it's not about that. It's because it makes sense for them. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. It makes sense for them. Maybe they have friends and family all over the world or all over the country, and a lot of people would have to fly anyway. Maybe they don't have a super big connection to wherever they're living at the moment. Maybe they're adventurers. Maybe they have a deep connection to a place, and that's where they want to share their love. Maybe they just want something super small and intimate. Aren't these all good reasons? Even if you don't feel that personally, if you did, choosing to have a destination wedding can make a lot of sense because it's a choice, right? It's a choice you make for yourself. Just like picking out, say, a wedding dress or choosing to have a big or a small wedding party. It's your choice. How is choosing to have a destination wedding selfish, but choosing your own dress is not? Doesn't make any sense. You can agree to not agree with someone's choice. You can choose to disagree, but it's not your choice to make, right? And I think that's the problem. That's the fail here with these articles, with these, angry forum threads, with my doctor even, is that it's a choice. And people are forgetting that it's a choice and everyone's entitled to their own. Why are you making someone feel bad for the choice that they're making for their lives? Now, if you are planning a destination wedding or you're thinking about it and this kind of stuff, these articles, this sort of responses are making you question or feel bad, don't. And here's the thing in the end, right? This is the thing you need to think about. Who cares? Who cares if some of your guests think you're selfish? Remember, they have a choice too. They can choose not to come. And that's totally okay. You aren't forcing them to come. You're just inviting them. Like you would invite someone to a birthday party or a summer barbecue. It's just an invite. They don't have to say yes. So do what you want to do and they will do what they want to do. Now, if it's still sort of these types of responses, these types of articles are still sort of bothering you, here's a really good way to think about it, okay? Imagine you have a friend or a cousin or a sibling or whatever, and they're getting married and they want a wedding that's like this pink explosion or a zombie wedding, or they want a wedding that's totally vegan, right? What would you say to that? Maybe that excites you. Maybe that's not your cup of tea, but it doesn't matter because it's not your choice. It's cool. It's not your choice. It's not your wedding. Having a destination wedding is your choice. It's your choice to make, just like choosing to marry your partner. Choosing to have the wedding you want is your choice to make. And your guests have to respect that. And if they don't, that's on them, not you. If you liked today's video, hit the like button. Check out our other wedding planning videos for even more tips. And hit the subscribe button to make sure you get all the new ones. And if you need help through the entire wedding planning process, check out my online program, Passport to Joy. You can find all the links below. Because you deserve to enjoy your engagement, no matter what your budget is. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye!